Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Trader Talks, and today I wanted to talk about Ethereum, which has been on an incredible run over the last 36 hours or so. Please do remember to like, share and subscribe, and of course if you're on the podcast, the link is in the bio if you want to follow along. We're going to look at the chart and talk about some of the key levels, but also do remember, quick disclaimer, the presentation is for educational purposes only and should not be taken as investment advice, personal recommendation or an offer of or solicitation to buy or sell any financial instruments. Please do, if you are on YouTube, other than liking, drop a comment. What do you think? Is it time that we really push on, or is this just another false dawn and actually we are going to continue lower? Because let's face it, Ethereum has been on a downtrend for quite some time, for many months in fact, whilst Bitcoin has been very stable over the last few months amid all the uncertainty around trade and tariffs and inflation and economic standpoints and geopolitical uncertainty as well. Ethereum has not. Is it now ready to turn that corner? Is Ethereum against Bitcoin also changing too? Double-digit return yesterday, double-digit return today as of right now. Obviously, risk on markets will help the situation, but it'd be interesting to discuss things right now. So if you are on the podcast and you want to see what we're talking about on the charts, now's the time to switch over. And I was looking at this yesterday. We were having an analyst meeting and I was talking about how, and just before this week's candle, how we have been considerably lower for quite some time. And this is Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And you can see pretty much every time we make a new low at any point, there has been times where, and I'm just going to mark up a few of these just to show you, there's been a few times where Ethereum looks like, okay, now's the time for it to start recovering a little bit more. And it just couldn't ever get back above it. You see here, all this support. Okay, now, is this the time we push on? No, it comes low. Have all of this support here. We try to push it back above it and it just doesn't really work. Support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. It just couldn't get back above. And, you know, in theory, it was an amazing opportunity to keep selling this particular asset. However, look at where we are right now, and we're bang on that previous area. And it is an area. It's never going to be absolutely perfect. But the support that we had from back end of Feb, we obviously broke through and we found resistance in and around here. So can we get back above this whole area? If that is to happen, I'd imagine a lot of people are suggesting that there would be a lot more upside for Ethereum and certainly against Bitcoin, which is still obviously performing very well. It's above 100,000 right now. But let's have a quick look at Ethereum just to see those levels, how they're in play, how it's playing today, and it's doing very well. You have to say, another solid start to the day. At the time of recording, it's 10 a.m. UK time. And again, it's a zoom out, put it on that weekly chart just to show you all what's happened. We're way off the all-time high. We're way off the double top that we had earlier this year. And before everything came into sort of play in and around here, there was sort of a key zone. And I'm just going to bring that into play here and you can see why. You've got support, resistance, break above it, support. The market cared about 2137 so much. It's obvious to see why, because of all those interactions. Now what happens is we're above there on the weekly. Now of course there's a few days left of the week, but technically speaking this would be a massive win for the bulls, and again 2137 would go back to an area of support, and the bulls would be in control. In terms of hurdles above where we're trading that I think are worth keeping an eye on, you can see in and around 28.79 is going to be key, and you drag that across and you can really start to see why. Bit of resistance there, load of support, resistance there, massive area. So in a way, you know, this market has been so well respected on those weekly timeframes. And even if you look at the sort of the low that we had and we drag in a zone, look at that. Was resistance, then support, and then support again. It's just behaving very, very well, level to level. Now, of course, those that are wanting to see Ethereum go back to the highs of the year or the all-time high, you need to see price break above that. But what I would say, in the short term, as long as we are above X, here, which is above 2,000, the bulls will be happy enough. You'd expect some sort of interaction around here. Then maybe that's when you get that next push up. But it looks pretty good right now, I have to say. You know, the Ethereum Bitcoin price chart, as we mentioned, is making a turn. Keep an eye on that this week, because that will be a key level. If we can break above what is 0.234, that would give me a lot more confidence to suggest that Ethereum has got more legs to run here. Dropping it down just to the daily chart, just to show you how impressive those two candles have been. Big push yesterday. And you can see there, look, it's just been coiling up, hasn't it? Breaking, looking to break, finally gets above there. Extend it today. Obviously, there's still a long way of the day to go, but I'd be interested to know what you all think. Is Ethereum ready to recover, or is this just another false dawn? Let me know in the chat. I hope you'll have a great trading session, great end of the week. I'll speak to you on the next episode.